All right, everybody, good afternoon. Thank you so much for watching News Now, whether you're watching on YouTube or on coronavirusnow.com. My name is Pilar Arias, and I have somebody to introduce you to. This is Robert Sherman. Hi, Robert. How are you doing?
Hi there. How's it going today? It's beautiful out here in Central Florida. Thank you so much for having us on today.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. So as Americans across the country hope to return to work soon, the Massive Villages retirement community right where you are there in Florida is planning to reopen its recreational facilities in May, which starts tomorrow, believe it or not, even though the elderly are considered some of the most at risk of contracting COVID-19. So you are live there in the Villages with more. Robert, take it away.
Yep, and it's important to point out that the Villages is no ordinary retirement community. There's over 100,000 residents. We've seen a few of them walking around today. They've told us that that's really the only means that they're able to get physical exercise with all their recreational facilities closed. But what they're hoping is that soon things will be able to start to return to normal. Craig Schuler will be the first to tell you he can't stand playing basketball by himself.
I hate practicing.
But right now, it's just about all he can do to stay active.
Other than that, not a whole lot of physical activity.
Schuler is one of the over 100,000 residents who lives in the Villages, a Florida retirement community larger than the island of Manhattan. Like most places, all the pools and rec centers are shut down due to the coronavirus outbreak. But that could change soon. Crews are already sanitizing the spaces, and the hope is that some will start to reopen in May. Fitness fanatic Rick Mackey is ready to return to his routine, but cautiously.
It's going to be interesting to see how they separate them and give them social distancing. I'm very cautious, but I'm outside all the time and I wear my gloves.
Since the Villages has many older residents and is therefore more at risk to COVID-19, Florida leaders are keeping a close eye on the community. Among them, Governor Ron DeSantis.
There were articles written saying, oh, the Villages is going to crash and burn, all this other stuff. They have like a 2%, 2.5% infection rate.
Officials with the Villages say they still need government approval to go ahead with their reopening plan. Even though Schuler acknowledges reopening could come with a risk, he hopes it happens.
I'm excited to get back to normal. That'd be great. I love this place.
And the latest executive order from Governor DeSantis allows for restaurants here in the Villages to start reopening as early as May 4th. But that same executive order says that gyms, for the time being, will still have to remain closed. Back to you.
Robert, you mentioned that the dangers that COVID-19 possesses to older residents. How bad has the spread been right there where you are?
Actually, not too bad at all. As Governor DeSantis said, less than 3% of all of those who were showing symptoms here in the Villages actually tested positive for COVID-19. But the University of Florida Health, which has been handling much of the testing here in the Villages, they actually tested an additional 2,100 residents, none of whom were showing any symptoms whatsoever. And in that large batch of 2,100, only 3 actually tested positive for COVID-19. So the spread has not been all too bad here, and Governor DeSantis is chalking this up as the places such as the Villages, a consummate example of how social distancing can prove to be effective even in a more vulnerable community.
Absolutely. All right, Robert Sherman live in Florida. Thank you so much for joining us here on News Now. Take care and be safe.
Thank you.